Well, January is all about growth. You know, we want to talk about resolutions and goals. So if you have some poinsettias that are looking like this, we are going to help you out with some growth on your porch.
Yes, here to give us some plant inspo is Justin from Costa Farms. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Good
We're
morning.
going to need your help. Hopefully those poinsettias don't look like that at home.
No.
Yours definitely don't, mine might.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so beautiful display here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Can you tell us a little bit about Costa Farms?
Sure. Costa Farms is a fourth-generation family-run farm based in Miami, Florida. Happen to be the largest houseplant grower in the world, but we also grow annuals and perennials throughout Florida.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I wish our studio looked like this all the time
I know.
because it's so full of light.
Yes.
So a lot of us want to make our homes look like this. So where can we start? Like, what are some ideas that you have for us?
All right, so we have 5 hot plant trends for 2026.
Ooh, okay.
The first one's an interesting one. It's collecting. Collecting and curating your space is a really big thing.
Okay.
And it extends to plants too. And a lot of people don't realize, but there are a lot of different varieties of the same kind of plant. And so you can create this really fun, nuanced collection.
Yeah.
So here, for example, we have 3 different kinds of pothos. Golden pothos, the classic, super easy, anybody can grow it. But here's a variation called lemon meringue, and then here's a super cool version called Shangri-La.
I have one of these, the golden ones. They're pretty easy to keep alive.
Oh, totally easy, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just kind of water it every now and then. You
Exactly.
can tell when it needs water.
Exactly.
Is
It's
that
very
a good
communicative.
telltale if it's kind of like
Yes.
limp?
Yep,
little?
exactly. It's like, okay, I'm getting thirsty.
Yeah, give me a
some
drink.
water.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a secret to that, kind of doing variety of different sizes, maybe different colors or
Exactly,
shades?
exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Or, the same type of plant but in different pots that
Right.
accent each other.
Love it.
And really create your space to make it look like yours.
Yeah, this one is beautiful. I love this.
What is that called? The
All right,
thing?
so this is a Chinese evergreen, and this is going into our second trend is easy care. Easy care is always popular, but we're seeing it hotter than ever. And so, plants like golden pothos in this, you can grow them just about anywhere. But then to make it even easier for people, we have a new self-watering system we call twist lifting water.
Oh my goodness.
Where, you just take that off, you pour some water in there. There's a little window so you can see how much water. And
then it just takes what it needs.
Exactly, and you just put it back, so you never have to worry about whether your plant is going to be too wet or too dry, as long as there's a little bit of water in the reservoir.
Can any plant use a pot like that?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Orchids, cacti, and succulents, some of those really specialty plants have their own needs.
Yeah.
But by and large, houseplants are just fine in that.
Yeah. Can we talk about this one? I love this one
Yeah,
with the polka dots.
absolutely. So third trend is structural architectural plants. And this is polka dot begonia, Begonia maculata, has these really fun sort of wing-shaped leaves, the polka dots. But then other structural plants like yucca here or the classic fiddle leaf fig, they all add this sense of architecture to your space.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And then, of course, beautiful flowers, just
Right.
adding that
Exactly,
color.
exactly. And speaking of moving outdoors, one of the hottest trends for 2026 we're seeing is pollinators, inviting butterflies, hummingbirds, things like that to your garden. So plants like zinnia here, these are absolutely butterfly magnets. And salvia, this will bring in hummingbirds. This is the first plant the hummingbirds go to in my yard every day.
Yeah.
Everybody says you want like the red flowers that are tube shaped, but for me it's the salvias.
That's good to know.
Those are great. Okay, and so you talked about these for a minute, but I know like the fiddle leaf, it's
Yes.
very finicky. Right?
It can be depending on your space.
So what's your technique for keeping it alive? 'Cause
All right.
I can't seem to.
The most important thing, lots of light.
Lots of light.
Yep.
Okay.
Plants need energy to be able to grow and to hold up to stress, and they get their energy from the sun. So the brighter the spot, whether it's natural or artificial light, the happier it's going to be, and the more it's going to be able to tolerate other things. Like, if I forget to water it, it's going to be a lot better to hold up to that if it's in a bright spot than in a dim spot.
Okay, and artificial light works?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, plants care about how much light they get, much more so than the source.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Well, that's great.
Okay. If people want to learn more, if they want to visit you, maybe get some plants to start the new year, how can we find you?
CostaFarms.com is our website. You can also see us in a lot of garden centers here in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for your tips.
Thank you.